Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Eric and I like to read a lot. So guess what time it is? It's TBR time. February went really quickly and read lots of books, and now it's time to show you guys what I'm going to be reading in the month of March and to do my TBR jar picks. I've been aiming for between 5 and 6 books each month, and I've been doing actually really well so far this year. And so I'm going to aim for 6 in the month of March and see if I can even go further than 6, but 6 will be like my minimum that I'm going to read. So the first book I'll be reading this month is Skyward by Sanderson. This is a book that I meant to read during the Reindeer Readathon, but I never ended up getting to this one. And so I want to pick it up now and see if I can actually successfully complete it. This book is about a girl named Spensa, and her world has been under attack for decades. Now, pilots are the next best defense, and it has always been Spensa's dream to become a pilot. However, her father was also a pilot, and he abruptly deserted his team and was killed in action, and thus was branded a coward. So she has lived with this her whole life, people thinking that her father was a coward and she has to be the daughter of the coward. This book is about her and her journey through flight school and trying to prove herself and show that she has what it takes to be a pilot. And I'm sure she makes other discoveries along the way, as does anybody in Brandon Sanderson's books. Needless to say, I'm really excited about this one. I've heard so many great things about it from other people that have read this book. I know Marcus really likes it, and I think I'm going to enjoy it as well. So this is probably going to be my first read of the month. Then the next book I'm reading this month is The Wicked King by Holly Black. This one I can't really tell you much about because it's the sequel to a series of the Cruel Prince series, but I really liked The Cruel Prince and I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens next. I'm also really excited to jump back into the world of Fae because reading The Cruel Prince was kind of like my first jump into the world of Fae. I mean, I've read like other small books about Fae, but this one was like the most descriptive book about the world of Fae, and I really, really liked it. So I'm excited to learn more about that world and just get more of it. So I did something fun this month, and I chose to let my Patreons choose a genre of book that I would be reading, and then like I would choose the book, but they got to choose which genre. So they chose thriller, and I decided to read The Only Child. This is one of the books that was sent to me by HarperCollins, and it just came out in February. This book is about a criminal psychologist who ends up getting an unexpected call from a serial killer who, up until this point, has not spoken to anybody, but now wants to do an interview with them. So naturally, they say yes, because this seems like the opportunity of a lifetime. On the same day, her husband's 11-year-old daughter from a previous marriage shows up on her door after they find out that the grandparents that she's been living with died in a mysterious fire. She tries to make the young girl feel at home, but starts to feel unnerved as the girl starts acting very strange. As time goes on and she does her preparations for her interview with the serial killer, she starts to realize that there are a little bit of similarities between this young girl and the serial killer, which deeply troubles her. I think this book is going to be really good, and I'm excited because my Patreons knew that I've been wanting another thriller to read, so they chose the genre for me, and like I'm excited to get to this and be thrilled and just, I want one of those books that make me actually feel like kind of scared, because I haven't had that in a while. But when books do make that emotion rise out of me, I love it. I love it so much. So I'm really excited for this one. Then I'm going to read Love Boat Taipei. I'm going to do this as a buddy read with my friend Amanda, who I have been doing buddy reads with for pretty much everything. We're kind of like setting up a buddy read every month now, but that's not a problem with me because she's actually really fun to buddy read with. Like I like having book discussions with her after we finish our like chaptered portions every day. So this is the one that we're going to read this month, and this is an Own Voices rom-com about a girl named Ever Wong it's her first time away from her family, and she is supposedly going to have a summer that she will never forget. So I'm pretty excited for that. I haven't really read like a rom-com contemporary in a while, and I think this one will be a good reintroduction into that. I'm also excited to read a book with a diverse main character because I like to learn more about other cultures that aren't my own, and so this is like a good way to learn about that besides actually traveling to those places, but like this is me learning about it, so it's like I'm learning and I'm having fun reading the book at the same time, so I'm excited to do that. And now the moment you've all been waiting for, the TBR jar. All right, let's see what 2 books we're reading from the TBR jar this month.
green. Let's see. Please don't be the one that it is. Oh my God. Why did they ever decide to do this with post-it notes? Because they're so hard to open. I always have to speed this part up. It takes me forever. Yeah. And
We got Sister of Said-Nya? Said-Nya? Let's go find it. So I found the book on the shelf. This is Sister of Said-Nya. This is a Syrian immigrant's tale. It's set in 1922, and it's about a young woman named Nadra who ends up immigrating from Syria to Boston. And so it is her coming into this new country and trying to adjust to that whole life change. And now she has to balance the expectations of her heritage with the independence of this new world. So it sounds pretty interesting. I haven't read a Syrian immigrant's tale before, so I think this could be a new and refreshing read for me, and I'm excited to see what it has to offer. All right, and the second TBR jar pick.
orange. I don't know. Let's find out what it is. Oh my God. This one is.
And this one is Children of Wrath. I'm gonna go find it. So you probably saw my face there, and I looked a little scared because I thought that the big book on my blog shelf was called Children of Wrath. Luckily, I was wrong, and this was Children of Wrath, so it is here. This book is a lot smaller than the one I thought it was, so I'm very glad and thankful about that. This book follows the story of Dr. Ethan King, and he wants nothing more than to have a normal and happy life. However, they are living in the aftermath of what was called the Day of Destruction, and this was when a terrorist attack happened where they released this suspicious nerve gas. This mysterious gas left its mark on the world by leaving brain abnormalities in unborn children. So as they develop and grow, they become very psychologically damaged, and they don't have any remorse, and they are more prone to kill. These children have been dubbed inexorables, and they have increasingly become very violent. They kill without thought or remorse and inflict torment on their victims with childish glee. Ethan wants to put these grim realities to the back of his mind, but one cold night when he comes face to face with an abandoned inexorable, he must make a choice that could cost him everything and unravel a thread of dark woven secrets. So I know this is just a blog pick book, but it actually sounds pretty good. It sounds like it's going to be a medical thriller that I'm actually going to enjoy this time. As we all know, my last medical thriller was not the best one. But yeah, I think this is going to be a good book, and I'm actually genuinely excited to read all these books this month because none of them really sound bad to me. And that's it for my March TBR, guys. Comment down below any of the books that you're reading in March, and let me know what you think of the books I'm reading, or if you have any predictions on what they're going to be for ratings. If you want to have a say in one of the genres that I read next month, go check out my Patreon. It's linked in the description down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I post videos every Thursday, and until next time, keep on reading.